Hi, and welcome to Extra Mile Weight Loss Online Learning. I'm Peter Kenyon, and I'm a weight loss educator, which means I help people learn the skills to eat well, lose weight, feel great, and live long enough to spend their children's inheritance. People can be whoever and whatever they want to be if they know what to do, how to do it, and more importantly, why they want to do it. At Extra Mile, we're committed to helping you reach a long and prosperous life through the better understanding of health and nutrition. Now, this outcome of optimal health is achieved through diet, education, and supplements, and the emphasis is on diet and education. To get the most from this education program, it's recommended that you subscribe to Stage 1 via our homepage on our Extra Mile Weight Loss website, where you can receive 12 videos to help you on your weight loss project. It's a great introduction to this program. Then after Stage 1, you subscribe to Stage 2 to receive your 90 free weight loss tips. Now, they come as one email a day to you, and if you set your smartphone up to receive your emails, then you will receive your emails there, and your smartphone becomes your education tool. And finally, you enroll in the online weight loss school to receive 13 hours of lifestyle education over 48 weeks, and also to be part of our online weight loss group. But overall, on Stage 1, 2, and 3 combined, you receive over 1 year of lifestyle education. Welcome to your 110 Steps of Weight Loss workshop. Now, this 10 weeks program helps you to change your life with just one change a week. And that's all we focus on. We just focus on just changing one aspect of your lifestyle a week. That makes change easier. If you try to do too much too soon, it's just too hard. This is week 4, and this week we're looking at carbohydrates and your fat. But before we begin, let's just recap on the previous 3 weeks that we've had. As I said, we focus on just one aspect of your lifestyle, and in the first 6 weeks focuses on your diet. So we're looking at changing just one part of your diet each week for 6 weeks. Week 1 was to focus on your protein serves. So what we're going to do is weigh your protein and learn to recognize what a serving looks like. And the goal was to meet your protein serving requirements and not exceed it. Week 2 was to focus on restricted vegetable serves and to learn what restricted vegetables were and to measure out their serving sizes. And the goal was to not exceed your restricted vegetable intake while also maintaining your protein requirement. From week 1, you learned to monitor and utilize your protein properly, but you don't forget it in week 2. You just add to that. So week 1, you learn protein. Week 2, you build on to that learning process by focusing on restricted vegetables. And then week 3, we looked at focusing on your non-restricted or unrestricted vegetable servings and to learn what vegetables you could have plenty of and learn how to use them to make a full vegetable salad. We talked about that last week, so we're not going to enter that this week. And the goal was to learn how to use your non-restricted vegetables to bolster your meals, while also remaining focused on monitoring your restricted vegetable intake and controlling your protein intake. As you see, it's progressive learning. This week, we're looking at carbohydrate in your diet, and generally people don't stray too far from the habits that they've formed. And because of this, we tend to eat the same foods. A carbohydrate in your diet. So what I would like you to do in relation to carbohydrates in your diet was just try to be just a little bit more daring in your eating lifestyle and try some things you haven't tried. We'll talk about that in a few moments. Each week, we look at a different food group that's on the diet plan. So this week on the diet plan, we're looking at fruits. What we do is we read through the components of the diet plan because most people don't. They get a diet plan and they hold it in this hand, they don't necessarily read it, and what happens is they don't lose weight. So what we wanted you to do is actually read, know what's on the diet plan, and start putting this information into action. So the first thing we do is we actually read through so you won't know what a serve is. In relation to fruits, 1 serve of fruit is half a medium rock melon, pawpaw, mango, or grapefruit. Now, that doesn't mean just to eat half one, like who eats half a mango? What it means is that if you have a whole mango, that's actually considered 2 serves of fruit. 1 serve is also 3/4 cups of lychee, 1 medium apple, orange, peach, small pear, banana, or mandarin. 1 slice of pineapple or watermelon is a serve, and that's a 1 centimetre slice. That's a serve. 2 prunes, figs, nectarines, kiwi fruit, or small mandarins is a serve. 3 apricots, passion fruit, or plums, 3 of each, that's a serve. And 20 small grapes and strawberries. Now, this day and age, sometimes it's hard to find the little small strawberries. I bought strawberries earlier this week, and they ended up being the size of a small nectarine. So they're huge. So don't eat 20 of them. It's 20 small strawberries. It's probably safer to say that a serve of strawberries is a small punnet of strawberries. And the same relates to grapes. Grapes come in various sizes. But it's 20 small grapes. So if you're having, if they're bigger grapes, perhaps you only have 15 as a serve. Now, so your task this week would be to meet your 2 or 3 fruit servings a day. If you're following the 1200 calorie diet plan, then it's 2 servings of fruit a day. If you're following the 1500 calorie diet plan, it's 2 servings of fruit a day. If you're following the 1800 calorie diet plan, it's 3 serves of fruit a day. Your task also is trying something new with your free vegetables and fruit list. So to try to break that habit of eating the same foods all the day. So last week we went through this free vegetable list, the unrestricted vegetables, and we asked you to cross out what you don't normally eat. That way, you can focus on what you do eat. This week, those vegetables you crossed out, I would like you to consider trying them. So if you crossed out silver beet, then buy some silver beet, find a recipe to how to use the silver beet, and try the silver beet. The same with bamboo shoots or bean shoots or Brussels sprouts. Honestly, I'll let you off the hook on Brussels sprouts because I've tried with Brussels sprouts, and I just can't bring myself to actually like them. And the same with fruit. If you've never tried lychees before, give them a go. If you never tried a kiwi fruit before, look, I was one of these people. I never tried a kiwi fruit. A little brown furry fruit that looks like a small fat mouse. I couldn't bring myself to put my teeth into a small fat mouse, but I did try it, and pleasantly surprised. The other thing I would like you to think about this week too, just building upon your knowledge, is reducing the amount of fat that's in your diet. Now, when it comes to things like the steaks, cook your steak, and once it's cooked, cut the fat off the edge and throw it away. Same with your chicken. Now, once you've cooked the chicken, take the skin off, because that's where most of the fat is on the chicken, is in the skin, and throw it away. When you're cooking, if you happen to cook with a hard fat like lard or butter, then consider using vegetable oil. And I know that if you're cooking at higher temperatures, then you're better off cooking with a hard substance, a hard fat like lard, because it's more stable at those higher temperatures. But where you can, use a small amount of vegetable oil instead of the hard fat. And the reason for that, well, let's just have a look at a recipe comparison. So what we're doing is we've got an old recipe for prawn risotto bake here and a revised version over this side. So if you just look down here, we'll just look at the ingredients very quickly. A large green capsicum, 1 medium onion, half a cup of butter or margarine. Just take note of that. 450 grams of uncooked medium prawns, half a tablespoon of salt, a quarter tablespoon of pepper, 3 cups of cooked long grain rice, 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup, take note of that, 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, now take note of that. Now we'll come back to these nutritional facts in a second, but let's see what happens and what we can change. Well, let's have a look at that half a cup of butter or margarine. Now you can replace that with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Come down to your 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup, and you can replace that with 340 grams of fresh mushrooms. And to compensate for the lack of liquid that you've just taken out of this because you removed it, you add 1 cup of skim milk. Instead of 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, have 1 cup of shredded fat-reduced cheddar cheese. What does that do to the recipe, or more importantly, what does it do to your serving size? Okay, if you're on a normal serving on the old version, the high-fat version, the calories is 642. On the revised version, the calories per serve is 320. You've halved it. More importantly, you've reduced your fat from 42 grams of fat down to 10 grams of fat. and increased your fiber from 2 grams to 4 grams. And that's purely because you've replaced the butter and the condensed cream of mushroom soup. It makes a difference. So this week's task in relation to your diet plan is to focus on meeting your daily fruit requirements, which is either going to be 2 or 3, depending upon your diet plan you're following. Try a new fruit or vegetable each week for the remaining 10 of those 10 weeks. And remember to maintain your protein and restricted vegetable requirements while using salads for 1 meal a day. Now, this is progressive learning, and you're learning a little bit each week and building upon that. Learning a new lifestyle one change at a time. So as I said, it's progressive learning. So in week 1, you learn to weigh your protein. Week 2, you learn to monitor your restricted vegetables. Week 3, you learn how to use unrestricted vegetables. Week 4, you learn how to introduce fruit to a healthy lifestyle, as well as those little things of focusing on reducing the fat. Let's move on to the ABC of weight loss. This week we're up to J. J is for just get it done. Who remembers the slogan, just do it? It was motivational to so many people, but it was motivational to people who were already motivated. What about the rest of us, the ones who weren't motivated? Why couldn't we just do it? Why is it that we come to a diet, we get a diet plan, and for years we try this diet, try that diet, try this diet, attempt this diet, we try exercise. Why can't we just do it? Well, just do it works if you have just that one thing that must be done there and then. If you need to exercise in the morning, you just get out of bed and you just do it. If you need to go for a run or a walk, you just get up and you just do it. If you need to go for that push bike ride or the morning swim, you get up and you just do that one thing. The problem is, a successful weight loss program is not just one thing. It's a series of single things that come together in a system, and it involves eating, exercise, planning, recording, and repeating. Just do it just doesn't cut it. Weight loss is a process that requires your attention, not just once, but over a prolonged period of time. It requires your constant attention and input. So you can't just do it once. You must lock into a process and a system and just get it done. Move on to the next one, the ABC of weight loss. K is for keeping records. And I don't mean your favorite music album, if you are old enough to remember what a music album is. Weight loss is a process that requires your attention, not just once, but over a prolonged period of time. Because it's a prolonged process of eating and exercise, you must monitor and record the progress of that process. This may be as easy as following a set diet plan and recording when you go out for your 30-minute walk. Or if you're monitoring your own diet, you may be using an app like MyFitnessPal or the Calorie King to keep track of your exercise and diet. Losing weight requires your constant attention and input. So whichever method you choose, you must choose one and just get it done. Let's move on to the next ABC of weight loss. L is for learning new skills, and that's what we're all about right here on this program. You can't achieve different results doing the same old things, and weight gain is about repeatedly doing the same old things. Weight loss, on the other hand, is about doing things differently, which requires learning new stuff, and we call that new stuff skills. To achieve the long-term results of weight loss, you must learn the skills required. These skills relate to healthy eating and some basic skills related to exercise. That's what Extra Mile Weight Loss online education programs are all about, giving you the chance to learn the skills you need to lose weight and become healthier. Thank you for attending and listening, but before you go, could you do me a favor? Do you know anyone who's having trouble with their weight loss? And if you do, see if you can direct them to this weight loss channel. And with your help, you and I will change the world just one person at a time. Thank you.